directly to you with urgency that cannot be ignored. Archangel Michael is standing at the threshold of your life, crying loudly because you have not been listening to the call that heaven has placed upon you. His tears are not small, they are rivers of grief that flow because the message is heavy, and you have been delaying. This is not the time to delay, chosen one, because the sound of his voice is commanding, and the words are not suggestions but orders spoken from the throne of God. Michael is saying to you now, I order you to open this message immediately, for your destiny has arrived, and if you close your eyes to it, the chance may pass you by forever. Do not think this is coincidence. Today has been marked in heaven as the day when revelation must pierce through your hesitation. A millionaire has taken sudden interest in you, not by their will but because I, the Lord your God, have placed your name in their mind. It has come as a shock to them, because they did not expect to see you in their visions, their plans, or their meditations, but your name kept rising. This is not a mistake. This is divine orchestration. You are being elevated in circles you never thought possible, and the enemy is trembling at this. That is why Michael cries, because he knows that hesitation on your part could allow fear to rob you of this sudden blessing. I see your struggle, I see your confusion, and I see how you have been doubting whether these words apply to you. You tell yourself, maybe it is for someone else, maybe I am not worthy. But I say to you, this is your hour. Do not let disbelief silence the truth I am declaring over you. I am the God who takes the lowly and raises them up, who chooses the unexpected to confound the wise. And today, September 9th, I have chosen you for a divine intersection that will shock even those closest to you. A millionaire has been stirred not by chance but by my spirit, and they will step forward with interest, offering you opportunities that will shift the entire course of your future. Michael has been guarding you fiercely, even as you have wandered in thought, even as you have been distracted. His sword has been raised, his cry has been loud, and his presence has been near. He says, listen now, for this is not a time for delay. I cry loudly because you keep ignoring the warnings, but the time of ignoring must end today. If you close your heart, the miracle window could shut before your eyes. Do not test heaven by pretending you cannot hear this message. These are not light words, beloved. They are heavy with eternity. You must understand that sudden interest is not ordinary. When heaven says sudden, it means the timing is out of your control, out of your preparation, out of your ability to predict. It means you are being carried by divine current into a future already written. Today, the current is stronger than ever. This millionaire is shocked, because they never thought their heart would be turned toward you, but they are now restless with thoughts of you. They see your name, they hear whispers of you, they are unsettled until they obey the divine command to move toward you. This is what I am doing. It is my spirit. And you must be ready. Michael says again, open this now. Do not skip it. Do not scroll past it. This is your appointed moment. If you delay, you will hurt the very heart of God, for He has been reaching out to you tirelessly. His love is urgent, His blessings are pressing upon your door, His miracles are not casual, they are pounding like a fist that cannot be ignored. Beloved, you know the truth deep inside. That is why you feel the tug, that is why you sense the urgency, that is why your spirit is restless when you try to walk away. Today is unlike other days. It carries a seal, a heavenly mark that cannot be erased. The angels have been writing your name across documents in heaven, preparing encounters, aligning people, stirring opportunities. And this sudden interest from a millionaire is only the beginning. You are about to see resources flow into your life, doors opening, and favor being poured out so lavishly that even those who doubted you will be silenced. They will ask, "How did this happen so quickly?" And you will know it was not by your hand, not by your effort, but by the divine hand of God. But here is the warning: you cannot treat this message lightly. Michael's tears are proof of how serious this is. When an archangel cries, it is not a small matter. He has been trying to guard you from distractions, from voices that pull you away, from people who are trying to sow lies into your spirit. He cries because he sees you on the verge of walking past the very blessing you have been praying for. But you must not let that happen. You must rise now, with faith, with courage, with a heart that says yes to God's will. This is why I repeat, a millionaire has taken sudden interest in you. They will approach in a way that feels unexpected. They will reach out with shock in their spirit, because they themselves do not understand why you matter to them, why they cannot stop thinking about you. But you must not dismiss it. You must not hide. You must be ready to receive, because this is the tool I am using to shift you from where you are to where I want you to be. Do not be afraid. Do not doubt. Do not close your heart. The cries of Michael are echoing in heaven and on earth, demanding that you wake up now. His order is not a suggestion. It is a command. Open this now. Do not skip. Do not pretend this is not yours. For if you do, the opportunity could pass, and heaven would grieve. But if you open your heart, if you receive this word, if you say yes in this very moment, the shockwave of blessing will begin to unfold. This is why I am speaking so long, why I am stretching these words across your spirit. Because this is not just another message, it is a lifeline, it is a divine intervention, it is the answer to your hidden prayers. I have seen your tears behind closed doors. I have seen your battles that nobody else knows about. I have seen the pain you carry silently, and today I say enough. I am sending shock and surprise into your life, through the sudden interest of someone who has the power to change everything for you. This is not chance. It is me. The heavens stir with a trembling urgency. God says this message is not random, it is sealed with your name, carved into the flow of time itself, and delivered to your heart in this very moment. Archangel Michael stands before you, his voice breaking, tears falling because you have ignored so many signals before. He says, I order you to open this now. Do not delay. Do not skip. This is your moment. The sound of his weeping shakes the spiritual realm, for every tear is a plea for you to pay attention, to understand that destiny is shifting and you are at the center of it. A millionaire has turned their eyes toward you, not by chance, but by divine orchestration. Their sudden interest is shocking even to the angels, for God has moved their heart and mind in your direction. What you could not imagine is already in motion. Hidden doors are swinging open, contracts of favor are being drafted in the unseen, and abundance is making its way into your atmosphere. This is not a mere opportunity, but a divine intervention dressed in human form. The one you least expected is carrying the answer you have been praying for. Archangel Michael's cry is not sorrow alone, it is urgency. He sees the distraction around you, the noise that pulls your eyes away, the doubt that whispers to you that blessings are never meant for you. But God says, this is for you. Don't push it aside. Don't try to skip it. Every delay in opening this message pulls you further from the miracle already bearing your name. Every second you hesitate, heaven's trumpet calls louder. This is why Michael is crying, not for himself, but for you. This message is like a sealed letter you have ignored too long. The ink has not faded, the seal has not broken, it has been waiting. But today it can wait no longer. September 9th is not just another date on the calendar, it is the marker of a turning point. God is aligning wealth, influence, and unexpected favor with your path. The one who is wealthy, powerful, and influential has already taken an unshakable interest in you. Their curiosity is not normal, it is divine magnetism. Heaven placed your name in their mind like fire they cannot ignore. You are being pulled into a circle that was once far from your reach. The tables are turning. The stage is being prepared. And all of heaven leans in to watch what you will do. Will you listen? Will you open? Or will you dismiss this as another fleeting word? God says, don't hurt me by ignoring this. It is just for you. It belongs to you. This is not a warning of loss, but of urgency. A door of wealth is not open forever. It swings wide for a moment, and the chosen one must step through it. Michael sees that you have missed before, that opportunities brushed past you while you hesitated. That is why his voice cracks now, his tears fall harder. He knows this time cannot be missed. He knows this is the moment that changes everything. The millionaire's interest will look shocking. It will come disguised in ways you didn't imagine. A conversation, a sudden invitation, an unexpected message, or even a chance encounter that seems accidental but is in fact written in the script of your destiny. God says, I am placing you before the eyes of those who can carry what you cannot carry alone. They will lift you into the season of abundance you have been waiting for. But the blessing requires your belief. God says, if you skip this, you skip me. If you delay this, you delay me. Don't make me wait when I have already delivered. So listen closely, this word is not written for anyone else, it is sealed to your name. Michael's cry is for your attention. The millionaire's interest is your signal. September 9th is your appointed time. Open your heart, receive this without hesitation, and prepare yourself for the shock of divine favor. And God says again, it is just for you. Don't try to skip this. I am speaking to you now because the hour has arrived and the window is open, and I will not allow what has been prepared for you to pass you by again. Today, September 9th, I command your heart to awaken and your spirit to be attentive. Archangel Michael is before you, and he is crying loudly because you keep silencing what your own soul knows is true and delaying what your future is begging you to receive. He is not crying out of weakness, he is crying like a trumpet, like thunder tearing open a sky of excuses, like a bell that will not stop until you finally turn and say, yes, I hear. Hear me, this message is for you, and you alone. Take it, hold it, and do not let it fall to the ground. You are the one I am addressing. Do not skip this. Do not scroll past your own appointment. I have set a person on a path that intersects with yours, and that convergence cannot be missed. A millionaire has taken sudden interest in you, and their surprise at their own stirring is not an accident, it is the echo of my intention striking the walls of their heart. They cannot shake your name. They cannot forget the detail that others ignore. They cannot dismiss the quiet excellence you carry, the endurance that lives in your bones, the way you turned small resources into outcomes that defied expectation. They felt a shock, a jolt of recognition, and in that jolt I spoke, look again. Lean in. This one is marked. But hear me. This interest is not for your vanity, it is for your assignment. Gold without purpose rots. Favor without focus fractures a life into distractions. I am not building a monument to your ego, I am building a pathway for your calling. The millionaire's attention is a key, not a crown. It opens doors you were never meant to pick open. It is a sign that the season of scarcity's voice commanding you is over, and the season of stewardship's voice instructing you has begun. Michael's cry is the alarm to wake you up to this shift. He watched you walk past previous doors because fear braided itself with false humility and pretended to be wisdom. No more. Today you will listen. You have said in quiet moments, if only someone would truly see what I can do, the pressure would break, the story would change. That cry reached me, and it was not ignored. I trained you in hidden rooms while those who clamor for attention ran in circles. I refined your timing while others sprinted into traps. I let you fail in small ways so you would not fail in a terminal way. I let you be overlooked so you would learn to be anchored. I withheld some applause so you would not mistake noise for worth. Now hear what I decree: the time of smallness is ending, and the weight you can now carry without collapsing is finally being placed upon your shoulder. The one I am sending will test more than your readiness. They will test your boundaries, your clarity, and your loyalty to the voice that led you here. Do not be rushed. Do not be intimidated by power, fashion, or titles, for none of those hold authority over you. You will not chase them. If you chase, you will lose my pace. You will not fawn. If you kneel to people, you will forget you already kneel to me. Stand upright. Look with clear eyes. Speak with measured words. Prepare a 3-minute story of who you are, what you have built, and why you won't compromise. Prepare 5 questions that examine integrity, alignment, and long-term vision. Prepare your non-negotiables. Your name will not be used to cover their negligence. Your time will not be spent watering barren ground. Your soul will not be exchanged for speed. Michael stands behind you with a drawn sword, and he is not moved by theatrics or flattery. He protects alignment, not ego. When your phone rings or your message arrives or your introduction is made, feel the quiet weight of his presence. He cries not because you are weak but because destiny is in motion and he has waited long for this turning. The cry is a warning against the voices that will suddenly appear, voices that once ignored you now advising you, voices that once doubted you now claiming they always believed, voices that will point at your old mistakes and try to shame you back into a smaller room. Let their noise fall to the floor. This is holy ground now. I am not calling you into a miracle that bypasses responsibility. I am calling you into a miracle that multiplies responsibility. Sharpen your house. Clean your desk. Order your files. Update the document that proves what you have done. Prepare your accounts with honesty. Cancel subscriptions that bleed your focus. Remove the digital clutter that whispers to your nervous system, "You are behind." You are not behind, you are at the threshold. Your environment must agree. When the opportunity enters, it will read your patterns before it reads your pitch. It will smell excellence or chaos. Let it smell excellence. Guard your circle. There is a smile near you that is loyal to your old season, not your next one. Do not hate them, bless them. But do not grant them the passwords to your future. Some will love you as long as you remain predictable. The moment you change dimensions, they will call you proud. The moment you enforce standards, they will call you cold. The moment you insist on written agreements, they will say you no longer trust them. Do not bend. The right people will be relieved when you raise the bar. Right people exhale when you choose clarity. The wrong ones gasp and call it cruelty. Do not allow their discomfort to rewrite your obedience. This millionaire's interest will look like an invitation, but it is actually an examination. It will ask whether you learned the lesson of saying yes to the right thing and no to the good thing that isn't yours. When the meeting occurs, whether online, on a call, or in a room, do not speak first to fill silence. Let silence serve you. Listen for the detail hiding behind impressive language. Ask, how do we define success together? Ask, what happens when challenges arise? Who owns what? Ask, what values will not be sacrificed even under pressure? If you cannot answer those questions with them, you cannot walk with them. If they bypass specifics and reward you with immediacy, step back. Immediacy that dodges detail is a disguise for disorder. Do not sign in haste. No agreement should be signed under a countdown designed to erase your ability to think. The right opportunity will let the ink dry in peace. Insist on counsel, someone seasoned, someone not enamored by big names, someone who will protect you from the price you cannot see. Do not fear legal review. Do not fear asking for time. When you protect your future, you are not being difficult, you are being faithful. Michael will stand by the door while you read, and he will be the pressure that keeps wolves outside. I have stored in you ideas that woke you at night and would not leave. You called them too big, but they were perfectly sized for the season now opening. They will not be given to another while you watch. They will be built by your hands with partners who understand that vision is not a toy. I did not place you where you are to suffer perennially under scarcity's bullying. I placed you where you are so that when the river rose, you would not drown, you would open the gates and irrigate fields that have waited for your courage. Do not romanticize struggle. Honor what it taught you, then let it become wisdom instead of identity. Your new identity is builder, not beggar, steward, not survivor, disciplined, not desperate. When they ask about your past, speak truth without dramatizing shame. Tell them what you learned and what you will never repeat. Your credibility will not come from spotless records but from transparent growth. I am not bringing you to them as a flawless statue. I am presenting you as a living stone, shaped by pressure, anchored by purpose. Do not try to look perfect, be rooted. The air of rooms you are entering will try to intoxicate you with novelty. Keep breathing as though the air were the same, because the ground beneath is still mine. You are not a visitor to destiny, you are a resident of obedience. I will also confront the whisper that says you are late. You are not late. Delay taught you how to move with precision instead of panic. Delay taught you that applause can be counterfeit and that silence can be sacred. Delay taught you to hear me when others shout. Now, when attention arrives, you will not be devoured by it. You will let it pass through you and become fuel for the work. This is why Michael cries now. Tears that wash away the residue of old ache through years, tears that leave your eyes clear to see what is truly on the table in front of you. Prepare practicals. Draft a one-page summary of your offering with clarity, outcomes, and pricing that respects your value. Create a short portfolio, tight, clean, and undeniable. List references who can speak to results, not just friendship. Decide your boundaries about time, travel, and communication. Set a weekly rhythm that protects your health and your attention, morning blocks for deep work, afternoon windows for meetings, evenings for restoration and the people who love you. Money gained without rhythm steals your life in other currencies. Your prosperity must not be a prison. You will not trade your soul for a calendar no one else is willing to carry. There will be a sign to confirm this word to you. Watch for an unexpected message that uses a phrase you recently journaled or thought but never said aloud. Watch for a small financial reimbursement you forgot was pending arriving as if out of nowhere. Watch for a dream with blue light or a feather in an unlikely place. These will not be superstitions. They will be winks of reassurance so you stop demanding permission from fear. When you see them, do not clap for the sign, align with the instruction. Forgive the ones who mocked your process. Unhook your heart from needing them to applaud. I will seat you at tables where they will learn by watching. This is not punishment, it is pedagogy. Your maturity will be an education to those who preferred you immature. Bless them and move on. And to the one who tried to keep you small because your growth made their excuses uncomfortable, release them. Do not announce the release, simply live it. Your silence will protect what I am growing. You will feel in coming days an acceleration that is both exhilarating and unnerving. Pace yourself. When doors swing open at once, choose in alignment, not in frenzy. When options multiply, remember, more choices do not equal more calling. Choose what matches the blueprint I gave you on nights you thought I was silent. I was not silent, I was speaking in the form of rest. Rest is not absence, it is architecture. It builds the frame so glory does not collapse the house. A word about fear, fear will not vanish, it will become small. It will bark in the corner while you do the work. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the governance of fear. You will govern it by moving anyway. Your actions will preach to your nervous system that you are safe in obedience. When you feel the old tremor in your chest, place your hand there and speak, "We are not in danger, we are in destiny." Feel the rhythm return to steady. Michael will stand guard at the threshold of that steadiness. Concerning finances, plan with sobriety, give with joy, and track with precision. The blessing I am releasing must be channeled, not splashed. Build a buffer. Set aside for taxes. Fund the tools that increase your output. Refuse debt that masquerades as momentum. Sow into places that feed your spirit and sharpen your craft. Support quietly where no audience claps, and you will find your harvest is protected from moth and rust. Generosity keeps the heart from worshipping the instrument. You will handle wealth as a trustee, not as a captive. I am also addressing the part of you that fears being. I am speaking to you now because the weight inside your chest will not lift until you hear me, and because the hour that you kept postponing has arrived and will not wait. Today, September 9th, I send my word swiftly, the way light breaks the stubborn horizon at dawn, the way a closed room suddenly remembers windows. Do not let your heart argue, do not let your mind invent delays, for I am the one who formed your breath and I know exactly where your feet are standing. I have watched the conversations you did not repeat aloud, the quiet fears you tried to dismiss with busyness, the hopes you buried so they would not be mocked. I am not here to embarrass you, child. I am here to lift your chin and steady your hands. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your attention, raising his voice because you have trained yourself to hear everything else before you hear me. He has cried loudly not to frighten you, but to shake the sleep from your spirit, to break the glass dome of distraction that settled over you like a habit. Do not harden yourself at the sound of urgency. Urgency is love when danger creeps near or when promise arrives and the window is brief. Michael's tears are a mirror of my compassion, and his order to open now is not a threat but a rescue, not a command to control you but a door flung wide so you can walk out of a house that has been quietly filling with smoke. Open your heart, now, and let my wind move. You have wondered whether you missed the moment, whether the earlier no became a permanent sentence, whether opportunities circle others and always pass you by. Hear me, I do not waste your waiting when you bring me your waiting. I have arranged a table for you in the presence of your past disappointments, and I will serve you there, not to taunt the past but to redeem it. What you thought was silence was the sound of me weaving, what you named delay was the time it took for roots to drink water in the dark. Your seed has not been lost, it has been hidden on purpose. A millionaire has taken sudden interest in you. This is not a rumor, not a trick of wishful thinking but a pulse in the unseen that has already reached the visible. Do not imagine this interest as a spotlight that blinds you, see it as a door with strong hinges that I have oiled in the night. This person's abundance is not your God, I am. Their attention is not your crown, my hand upon you is. I have stirred their curiosity toward your name, your work, your integrity, and the particular fragrance of courage that has clung to you even when you felt small. Do not fall into the ditch of flattery nor retreat into the cave of suspicion. Walk the middle path of discernment with your head clear and your heart quiet. You will hear words soon that you once rehearsed secretly and then abandoned. You will read messages that carry both warmth and testing, and you will notice how temptation tries to lace itself through opportunity as ivy through a fence. Do not be afraid of being tested. Gold is not offended by fire. Ask me for wisdom in specifics. Words to say, times to keep, documents to review thrice, boundaries to write down before emotion arrives. I will answer you in specifics because I am not a fog, I am a father. I have watched you carry the ache of being underestimated and the fatigue of being overexplained. I am healing the places where you learn to survive by shrinking, where you learn to be safe by apologizing for the light in you. Today I stretch the walls of your inner house so that when the blessing enters, it will not feel like a crowd. You will not sabotage this next chapter with the reflex of unworthiness. I say to you, lift your shoulders, you belong in the rooms I open. Michael has wept because the clock of this invitation ticks in a realm that does not flatter procrastination. There are messages that must be answered before night, paperwork that must be gathered with care, names that must be written and kept, not broadcast. There are conversations that must be had in the right tone, firm without bitterness, soft without surrendering your clarity. I will coach your voice. When you feel that familiar tremor, pause and breathe my name, and you will notice your breath steady like a river after a storm. Do not call yourself unlucky anymore. You are not a victim of random currents. You are seen. I have let a rumor of you reach the ears it needed to reach. It was not loud, it was true. The person who has taken interest carries their own anxieties, their own hunger for something real, their own fatigue with glitter that turns to dust. They are shocked by you because you do not clang like every other bell they have heard, you ring clear. Do not contort yourself to become what they already have too much of. Remain precise, honest, and whole. Guard your heart from two thieves, haste that sells your future for applause, and fear that refuses the gift because it was not wrapped in the history you imagined. Haste whispers that you must say yes to everything or lose everything. Fear whispers that you must say no to everything or you will be tricked. Both are lies. I give you permission to take the time needed for integrity and to move quickly when the step is obvious. I will tune your timing the way a musician tunes a string, turning gently until the pitch rings true. When you step into new rooms, you will feel the eyes of old doubts trying to follow you. Leave them at the doorway like coats in summer. You are not the catastrophes you survived, you are the testimony I am writing. Those who spoke small over you will hear of your enlargement, bless them and let them go. Those who tried to use you will hear of how you have learned to choose. Release them and do not argue with their ghosts. I am giving you the beautiful discipline of chosen silence. Before you sign anything, bring it under my light. I will not blur your eyes, I will sharpen them. Ask me about clauses you did not understand, ask me why one number glows while another number hides a hook. Ask me about timing that looks good but feels crooked. You will find that I answer you through a subtle check in your spirit, through a name that surfaces, through a sense of pause that won't be bullied away by scarcity. Learn this, peace is the compass of my house. Where peace cannot stand, you should not sit. I am not only orchestrating a meeting of opportunities, I am healing your relationship with trust. You have trusted recklessly before because you were thirsty, and you have stopped trusting at times because you were tired. I am teaching you to trust wisely, eyes open, heart tender, spine strong. Let your yes be clean and your no be kind. Let every agreement be something you could still bless if it were printed on a wall. Today is not about money, though money will move because of today. Today is about alignment, about your life finally agreeing with what I have been saying about you when no one was clapping. This is about the courage to step out of the story where you are always almost and into the story where you are exactly where I have placed you. You will no longer measure yourself against other timelines. You will measure your obedience against the instruction I give you right now. This message is not ordinary. It is not just a collection of words. It is the cry of heaven reaching into your heart right now. Archangel Michael is standing beside you, commanding with fire in his voice, I order you to open this now. He is crying loudly, his tears shaking the heavens, because you keep resisting, you keep ignoring the signs that are being placed before you. You must understand this. Heaven never cries without reason. If Michael weeps, it means the weight of destiny is pressing against your name, and the hour is far too urgent to delay. A millionaire, someone of influence, someone you never expected, has already turned their attention toward you. They are not just watching from afar, they are shocked by you, shaken by you, and drawn toward you by divine arrangement. This is not coincidence. It is not chance. It is prophecy unfolding. And it is for you alone. Do not skip this. Do not scroll past this. This is a sealed scroll with your name written across it. Your life has been under observation, not just by people around you, but by the eyes of heaven itself. Every tear, every silence, every betrayal, every closed door has been recorded in the chambers of the Almighty. Now the time of compensation has come. The reason Archangel Michael is crying is because he knows the danger of delay. He knows what happens when chosen ones ignore the timing of God. He knows the loss that comes when you let a moment of destiny pass by unclaimed. That is why this message presses you with urgency. A millionaire has taken sudden interest in you, not by their own will, but because I, the Lord, have whispered your name into their spirit. They cannot shake you from their mind. They cannot escape the image of you that heaven has painted upon their heart. They are shocked, because they do not understand why. But I tell you the reason. I have placed you in their destiny, and them in yours. Do not think lightly of this moment. Do not treat it as if it were just another word you could scroll away from. This is divine orchestration. The gates of opportunity are opening, but they are not ordinary gates. These are gates that have been locked for generations, gates your family could not open, gates your bloodline has been denied access to. But today, on the 9th of September, the locks are breaking, the chains are falling, and the sound of angelic trumpets is shaking the atmosphere around you. Archangel Michael is not whispering, he is shouting, crying, commanding you to listen. If you do not listen, you will miss what is already written with your name. This is why he weeps. This is why heaven trembles. This is why destiny burns in front of you like fire. The millionaire's interest is not small. It is not casual. It is sudden, shocking, and overwhelming. They are moved not just by admiration but by divine compulsion. I have set their eyes upon you because the next chapter of your life requires influence, requires resources, requires connection beyond what you currently hold. They are the vessel I have chosen to bring an unexpected change to your life. They do not even fully know why they feel this urgency toward you, but soon it will be revealed. And when it is revealed, you will understand why this message today came with such force, such fire, such urgency. Because your moment is not tomorrow, it is now. Not later, it is today. Not someday, it is September 9th. Do not skip.